Cy and Medusa. Cy trudged down the hall of his new school, his one large eye staring at the floor. Giant centaurs and flying horses passed him, but Cy was the only creature with a single eye. I'm never going to fit in here, Cy mumbled under his breath. Whack! Cy bumped into Mark, the largest minotaur in the school. Watch where you're going, One Eye. Mark said, sorry I didn't see you, Cy said. Can you see with one eye? Mark asked. As if one cue, Cy spotted Medusa heading toward them. That gave him an idea. He'd been at school long enough to know about her powers. I actually see something really cool over there, Cy said. What do you mean? Mark asked as he turned to look. He peered down the hall, made eye contact with Medusa, and instantly turned to stone. Then, without thinking, Cy met Medusa's black eyes. His skin tingled, and he looked down at his hands in dismay. Dismay. To his surprise, however, he was still just Cy. Up, Medusa turned someone to stone again. A student wrote, Let's drag, let's drag him to the nurse's office. A group gathered around and began to haul Mark off. Medusa, hum- humiliated, humiliated, burst into tears and ran away. Cy raced after Medusa. He had looked directly at her and hadn't turned to stone. Outside, Cy found Medusa sitting at a picnic table with her face buried in her hands. Can I talk to you? Cy asked. Medusa turned her head from Cy. Go away if you don't want to be turned into a statue, she murmured. You look you looked me in the eye, and I'm fine. Cy said, That's not possible. Just as the nurse, she's had to turn 40 keys back to normal this year. Medusa said, Trust me, Cy said. Maybe it's because I only have one eye. I can't be turned to stone. Medusa slowly lowered her hands and picked at Cy's one eye. Her face lit up. It's a miracle. Miracle. You don't know what it's like to not be able to look at anybody, she said. I don't look at people anyway, Cy said. The kids all stare at me, and Mark and the mon- minotaurs already call me one eye. Imagine having head full of snakes. Medusa said, every day a bad hair day for me, I guess. Cy said, then paused for a moment. The truth is I don't see well, and I'm not embraced, embarrassed to wear my Morocco is bad enough to only have one eye. Sai put a round glass piece on a long gold chain from his pocket. How silly is this? He said. Medusa giggled when she saw Sai peering through his monocle. When I wear this thing, it makes me stand out even more, Sai said. Can I see that for a second? Medusa asked. Sure, Sai said and handed over the monocle. I won't be using it anyway. The school bell rang. The Medusa patted Sai on his shoulder. I like your one eye, Medusa said. We need to get our three eyes over to shop class before we're late. Sai smiled. Hey, shop class, he said. That gives me an idea. For the next 2 weeks in shop class, Sai and Medusa sat a sat at a back back table together. So I took measurements of Medusa's head. He used all the shop's tools to build a visor that would keep her from turning people to stone. Finally, Sai polished the completed visor and handed it to Medusa. Medusa slipped on the visor. Inside a system of mirrors allowed her to look at people without making direct eye contact with anybody. Medusa cautiously approached the table next to them. The students picked up at her, and no one turned to stone. This is amazing, Medusa yelled. She walked around the room staring each student at the face. You did it, Sai, Medusa said with a beaming smile. She rushed back to her work station, pulled Sai's monocle from a drawer. I hope you don't mind, but I've been working on your monocle. It is sort of cool now. He handed Sai the goggle Medusa and wrapped the monocle with white wire and attached it to a little stubby grave with lightning bolts. Wow, Sai said, slipping it over his head. Thanks. Now this I'd actually like to wear. No problem, Medusa said. Thank you for helping me out. The bell rang and Medusa and Sai headed out with their special new eyewear. For the first time, neither of them stared at the ground.